Morning. Wish you a very happy morning. Are you all good and happy? How many of you stayed here yesterday? Did you sleep well? Yes? Yes or no? No. Why? Most of you yes, but one person no. Why? Why couldn't you sleep? Not used to sleeping. So he's not used to sleeping, therefore he couldn't sleep. But those of us who are used to sleeping, we slept well. So let us now begin the very important event, and I will request all of you to now come back and bring your attention here. So, at the Brahma Kumaris, whenever we begin any event, any function, or anything for that matter, we sit in silence. And in silence, we first of all connect to ourselves, and then we connect to the highest power, so that we get success in everything that we do. So let us do the same. But before that, I first of all welcome all the guests who have come from all over India, from south, from north, from Delhi, from Noida. So a very warm welcome, and I'll request yourself to clap yourself for your own self and for others who have actually taken out the time and taken out this opportunity to be here. So in today's the inauguration, you've come from Bangladesh, so it is an international event, therefore. So you've come all the way from Bangladesh, so big, warm welcome to you. And as we are aware about the artificial intelligence, we all talk about AI, especially after ChatGPT and Google Bard. So everyone has access to it. But then where is the divine code? How do we have the marriage of the divine code and the AI? We'll get to know today. So I would like to call upon the dais, our honored guests. I would first of all call Sarla Didi, who is the National Coordinator of the Media Wing. She's come all the way from Hyderabad, and I will request you to give a big round of applause for her. I will also invite Mr. Prime Point Srinivasan, and we know why are you called the Prime Point Srinivasan. He is the managing editor of Presence magazine, and he's come all the way from Chennai. Welcome. And I would also invite Dr. Dhruv Jyoti Pati, who is the Dean and Director, India Today Media Institute, New Delhi. I would also request all of you to welcome him with a big round of applause. I would request Mr. M.B. Jairam, the Chief Mentor, Public Relations Council of India, who's come from Bangalore. Again, a very warm welcome to you. I would also invite Mr. Rajesh Shekhar, who's the IFS OSD in the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. A very warm welcome to you. And Mr. S. Narendra, former media advisor, Government of India, to please be with us. And our dear brother, Dr. Shantanu, who is the National Coordinator, Media Wing of the Brahma Kumaris, and he's come from Mount Abu. A very warm welcome to all of you. And shortly we'll be joined by Asha Didi and also Sister Khyati. Asha Didi is the Director of Om Shanti Retreat Center. But before we go further with the program, as I mentioned, at the Brahma Kumaris, we first connect with ourselves and with the Supreme. So let's do that for a minute of meditation.
प्रेम से बस दो घड़ी प्रभु का ध्यान कीजिए, प्रभु का ध्यान शांति से भर लीजिए। मानव जीवन में जैसे सत्कर्म का ज्ञान जरूरी है, हर कर्म से पहले प्यारे प्रभु का वैसे ध्यान जरूरी है। अपने दिल के दामन को आनंद से भर लीजिए, आनंद से भर लीजिए, प्रेम से बस 2 घड़ी। जीवन की अनमोल घड़ियां यूं ही बीत ना जाए कहीं। मायावी जंजीरें मन को आकर्षित कर पाए नहीं। दीप जलाकर ज्ञान का मन को रोशन कीजिए, मन को रोशन कीजिए, प्रेम से बस 2 घड़ी प्रभु का ध्यान कीजिए। अपनी अंतर आत्मा को शांति से भर लीजिए, शांति से भर लीजिए, प्रेम से बस 2 घड़ी।
And now I will request the sisters to welcome the guests with plants and badges. और आप सबका भी बहुत बहुत तहे दिल से स्वागत है। हम सब एक साथ मिलकर एक ऐसी डिवाइन कोड अपने भीतर भी और सारे विश्व के भीतर भी क्रिएट करना चाहते हैं कि सारा विश्व डिवाइन हो जाए। And do you know who has that power? Yeah, but the PR and the media. So you do have we all have the power, but unless the media and the PR is involved, you can't spread the world. And therefore, the media and the PR is so important in creating a divine world. So a big round of applause for all of you. And we welcome the guests with a badge and a plant. You can all clap, तालियां बजाएंगे तो आप सब भी। सब तालियां बजाते जाएं। और हमारे बीच में नेपाल भी है, बांग्लादेश भी है और इंडिया भी है, तो बहुत सुंदर ये संगम हम सब देख रहे हैं। And with this, we move further, and I would request Sarla Didi to be on the stage, to come on the podium. Sarla Didi is the national coordinator of the Brahma Kumaris Media Wing, and she's also the president, Global Forum of Public Relations, and that's an initiative of the Brahma Kumaris. And she's also the HOD of the Telugu department at the Godlywood Studio, Mount Abu. So she's doing a lot of spiritual service, and also apart from this, she has worked at a very senior level for public relations at BHEL, and we are aware of this public sector company for more than 2 decades. She has also been the editor for the House magazine, and as a person, I think she's so balanced and she embodies the spiritual principles in her life. So we are very happy to find Sarla Didi with us, and we will request her to share the welcome address. A big round of applause to Sarla Didi.
Om Shanti. Respected dignitaries on the dais and my dear brothers and sisters. At the outset, I take this opportunity to invite the Supreme Almighty Authority, who is the runner of this universe, the creator, a father of the entire universe. We request him to give his subtle presence करण करावनहार भगवान को इस सभा में उपस्थित करने के लिए हम उनको आवाहन करेंगे. For a few moments, let us feel the presence. Om Shanti. We also invite his physical medium, Pita Brahmaji, to be also with us, to accompany each one of you. And now I take this great opportunity to invite the most important people of today's program and important dignitaries in this country. Firstly, Ambassador Rajshekhar ji, who holds a high level of positions in a number of countries in Asia. At a small request, not even a personal visit to him, he has graced this occasion. I am really grateful to you. I welcome Srinivasan ji, who is the founder of Prime Point at Chennai, and he has given away Sansad Ratna awards. He is the founder of that Sansad Ratna committee also. I graciously invite Narendra ji to the dais. Please. He was the former spokesperson for Government of India and has worked as media advisor for more than 4-5 prime ministers and holds a very important position in the government. S. Narendra ji. मैं स्वागत करती हूँ ध्रुव ज्योति पति जी को. डॉक्टर ध्रुव ज्योति पति is the Dean and Director of India Today Institute of Media Science. Also, Brother M.B. Jairam ji, with whom we had associated to make this event meaningful and fruitful and beneficial to all the professionals in the area of media and public relations. Thank you very much, and we welcome you, sir. And I welcome Shantanu Bhaiji, who is my co-creator in this event, and we are very fortunate to have him all the way from Mount Abu. Hussain Bhain ji, आप हमको invite करना है, because this is a platform of yours. So she is such a sweet soul. For the past 4 years, I am taking the sweetness of this place and also the sweetness of the souls who have been very cooperative in making this a great event of today. As you all know, media and public relations have a very important role in this world. As the technology keeps increasing and updating, the media plays a part of any human being's life. We have invited you, my dear brothers and sisters. I very heartily welcome you. We have invited you for a special purpose, to divulge certain very important secrets of what is going on in this world and what is the special work, special task that the Supreme Almighty for the past 80 to 85 years have been executing in this world. So such very important secrets media has to know. The transformation is going on in the world in a very subtle way. So Bhagwan has reposed a great confidence in all of you, especially media, because you are going to act the role of a mouthpiece to God. Because to the entire 800 crores of souls, Bhagwan to unko to ek human medium chahiye. So he has selected you and chosen you for this special purpose. I, being a colleague of yours in this profession, I deem myself a great person with a fortune, because एक तो मीडिया में काम करना, because Bhagwan has a special place in his heart for all of you, because his work and what he wants to say, you have to take it on to people. Therefore, he has chosen you, selected you, and brought you here. So for that, Jairamji has become a main instrument. When we sounded to him that we wanted to conduct one such program in Delhi, he immediately told, we have a PRSCI conclave, so we would request the delegates to participate in this conclave also. That's how it has sprouted. So I thank on behalf of all of you, Jairamji, to make this event happen. As you all know, public relations is also a wonderful profession in this world, because it is a profession which connects you not only to the people in the world, but you have an opportunity with your functioning in this profession. You can really connect yourself unknowingly, indirectly to the Supreme Almighty Authority, because any successful PR person, you might have observed and seen many of the PR people, their success depended only on the honest approach of dealing with people with the value of love. PR is rhymed with the value pyar. Our chief of Brahma Kumaris used to address the then PRO of Brahma Kumaris, now chief of media, Brother Karunaji. She didn't know to utter PRO, she used to call him Pyaro. So, yeah, so it rhymes very well with all of you. So, all the Pyaros ke liye मैं अभिनंदन करती हूँ. Because you all operate your task with this honest approach of love with the people. After all, it connects with, it is the value of love which connects you to people. So, the value of honesty blended with love would always take you to the height of success. So, I especially thank all of you to have come here and welcome you again and again to this great premises. It is Bhagwan ka premises, to aapka ghar hai. On behalf of Asha Didi, Brijmohan Bhai Ji, and all the sweet team here, I invite all of you again and again to this premises. Welcome to you again. Om Shanti.
सो थैंक यू दीदी, आपने हम सभी का वेलकम किया और परमात्मा को भी इस सभा में बुला लिया, तो उसका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और अब मैं आमंत्रित करूंगी डिवाइन कल्चरल ग्रुप ब्रह्मा कुमारीज नेपाल। आप नेपाल से आए हैं और हम सब के लिए बहुत ही सुंदर प्रस्तुति देंगे वेलकम डांस के रूप में। और इन चारों का नाम है, हमारे साथ जो चार कुमारियां हैं, मेलिना कार्की, मेलिना श्रेष्ठ, संध्या लामा और पिनाक श्रेष्ठ। इनका जोरदार करतल ध्वनि से हम स्वागत करते हैं, अभिनंदन करते हैं। और ज़ोरदार तालियों से भी आप इनका बहुत धन्यवाद कर सकते हैं। आप ख़ास नेपाल से आए हैं और आप यहाँ 15 डेज़ के लिए हैं और 15 दिन आप सेवाएं कर रहे हैं। कल आप राष्ट्रपति भवन में भी अपनी सेवाएं देंगे और अपने कला को प्रदर्शित करेंगे, जिससे कि आप जब अभी इनको देख रहे थे तो हम सब खुश हो गए, द वाइब्रेशंस चेंज्ड। तो ऐसे अपने कला के द्वारा ये विश्व के भी वाइब्रेशंस चेंज करने की सेवा में है। तो हम ब्रह्मा कुमारीज नेपाल ग्रुप का भी बहुत बहुत थैंक्स करते हैं। एंड नाउ आई इनवाइट ब्रह्मा कुमारी ख्याति बहन, हम उनको इनवाइट करते हैं। शी इज़ द सीनियर राजयोगा टीचर एट ओम शांति रिट्रीट सेंटर। आप अपने बचपन से ही ब्रह्मा कुमारीज के राजयोग का परिवार के साथ आपने उसको अपने जीवन में अपनाया है और यहाँ पर आप you've been here for close to 20 years at the Brahma Kumaris Retreat Center and you've been serving the corporates. So you are the corporate coordinator at the retreat center and also serving the media. तो मैं ख्याति बहन से अनुरोध करूँगी कि आप कृपया मंच पर आएं और अपने greetings हम सभी को दें. And I also welcome Asha Didi to please be on the dais. Asha Didi is with us, so we can stand up for her. She deserves a warm welcome. That's okay. So let's just warm welcome to Asha Didi, who's been with us. She's a tireless server and always ready to serve. And I would also request the sisters to please welcome Didi with the badge.
हम सभी दीदी का स्वागत होते हुए देख रहे हैं, तो हम सभी ताली के साथ दीदी का स्वागत करते हैं। ओम शांति। ओम शांति। जैसे सिस्टर ने बताया कि हम रिट्रीट सेंटर में ही रहते हैं, सो रिट्रीट सेंटर की तरफ से, आदरणीय आशा दीदी की तरफ से और इस कैंपस में रहने वाले सभी निवासी भाई बहनों की तरफ से आप सभी का बहुत बहुत स्वागत करते हैं। आप सभी अपना समय निकाल कर के यहाँ पर आए हैं, तो ये छोटी बात नहीं है, क्योंकि हम सभी जानते हैं कि मीडिया एक ऐसी फील्ड है जहाँ पर हमेशा ही आपको सतर्क रहना होता है, अपडेटेड रहना होता है और हाजिर भी रहना होता है। लेकिन उसके बावजूद आप सभी अपना समय निकाल करके यहाँ पर आए, हमें बहुत खुशी है और हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि ऐसे ही कार्यक्रम आगे भविष्य में भी होंगे और ऐसे ही आप केवल खुद नहीं लेकिन और भी अपने साथ लोगों को यहाँ पे लेकर आएंगे, ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोगों को मीडिया की फील्ड में इस स्पिरिचुअलिटी का एक्सपीरियंस मिल सके, इस स्पिरिचुअलिटी को वो अपने जीवन में अपना सकें और अपने जीवन में और सुख और शांति को ला सकें। बाकी इस रिट्रीट सेंटर में जहां आप आए हैं, इसके मैं बारे में शॉर्ट में आपको बताना चाहूँगी। ब्रह्मा कुमारी इसका ये ओम शांति रिट्रीट सेंटर 2001 में बना एंड वाज फॉर्मली इनॉग्रेटेड बाय अब्दुल कलाम जी इन 2003। यहाँ पर हर प्रकार के पॉलिटिशियंस कहें, नेता कहें, हम कहें, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया मुर्मू जी भी कुछ समय पहले फरवरी में यहाँ पर होके गए और प्रीवियस प्रेसिडेंट्स भी यहाँ पर विजिट करके गए हैं। तो यहाँ पर स्पिरिचुअलिटी के साथ साथ ब्यूटी का भी ब्लेंड है। आपने कईयों ने शायद कैंपस विजिट किया हो और नहीं किया है तो हम ज़रूर रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे आप इस कैंपस को विजिट कीजिएगा। यहाँ पर रिट्रीट सेंटर में एक बहुत सुंदर पिरामिड बनाया गया है। इजिप्शियंस लोग पिरामिड बनाया करते थे एंड दे यूज्ड टू कीप ममीज इन दैट, लेकिन यहाँ पर उसको बनाया गया है मेडिटेशन रूम की तरह। क्योंकि पिरामिड की विशेषता है कि उसके अंदर कॉस्मिक एनर्जीज फ्लो करती हैं विच हेल्प्स अस टू मेडिटेट, और बहुत इजीली वहाँ पर मेडिटेशन आप बैठ कर के कर सकते हैं, मेहनत नहीं करनी पड़ती, इट्स वेरी इजी टू डू। तो कंसंट्रेशन पावर बढ़ जाती है वहाँ पर, तो वो आप ज़रूर विज़िट कीजिएगा। उसी के सामने आप देखेंगे एक बहुत सुंदर बाबा का कमरा बनाया गया है, दैट इज़ अगेन अ मेडिटेशन रूम, आप उसको भी अवश्य ही विज़िट कीजिएगा। यहाँ पर 1 मेगावाट का सोलर एनर्जी प्लांट लगाया गया है। सो यहाँ पर जितने भी आप इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देख रहे हैं या कुकिंग भी यहाँ पर मोस्टली सारा सोलार से ही किया जाता है। सो उस कंजम्पशन के लिए भी हम यहाँ पर सोलार को ज़्यादा प्रमोट करते हैं, और गवर्नमेंट भी उस चीज़ के लिए हमको अप्रिशिएट करती है, क्योंकि आज के समय पर बिजली का जो स्थिति है गवर्नमेंट के पास वो हम सभी जानते हैं। सो हम केवल इतना ही नहीं लेकिन ग्रिड में भी हम लोग कई बार यहाँ से इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देते हैं टू द गवर्नमेंट। सो उसका यहाँ पर बहुत फ़ायदा हो रहा है, आप उसको भी अवश्य ही देखिएगा। एक बहुत सुंदर आर्ट गैलरी बनाई गई है, स्पिरिचुअल आर्ट गैलरी बनाई है। सो वहाँ पर हमारी संस्कृति क्या थी, अब क्या हो गया है और आने वाला भविष्य क्या होगा, इसको बहुत सुंदर रूप से, बहुत सरल रूप से दर्शाया गया है। इसको भी आप अवश्य ही देखिएगा। और एक बहुत सुंदर बड़ा ऑडिटोरियम जिसकी सिटिंग कैपेसिटी 2300 की है, यहाँ पर बनाया गया है, और निरंतर रूप से वहाँ पर प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं। आज भी रात को हमने कल्चरल प्रोग्राम रखा है, तो आप में से जो भी यहाँ होंगे सो आप अवश्य ही उसी हॉल में जाकर के वो कल्चरल परफॉर्मेंसेस देखेंगे। तो इस तरह से इस पूरे कैंपस को 30 एकर्स में बनाया गया है, और जितनी स्ट्रक्चर्स की ब्यूटी है उतनी ही ब्यूटी यहाँ पर एनवायरनमेंट की भी है, क्योंकि जब हम मेडिटेशन करते हैं सो उससे वाइब्रेशंस क्रिएट होते हैं, और हम सबको कुछ और टच हो ना हो, हर एक को एक दूसरे के वाइब्रेशंस और एनवायरनमेंट में जो वाइब्रेशंस होते हैं वो महसूस होते हैं। तो इन वाइब्रेशंस का, यहाँ की स्पिरिचुअलिटी का बेनिफिट लेने के लिए आप आगे भी यहाँ आते रहें, उसके लिए हम पुनः पुनः आपका स्वागत करते हैं। ओम शांति। थैंक यू।
Thank you, Khyati Ben, for giving us that brief introduction. And now I call upon for the keynotes address Mr. Prime Point Srinivasan, who is the managing editor, Presense magazine, and he's come all the way from Chennai. I would just give a brief introduction about him. Of course, he has 25 years of career, but I'll just give a few things to mention. He has worked in the public sector banks before he retired voluntarily, and thereafter he opened a public relations and communication consultancy, which is the Prime Point Foundation, and wherein he has also been the earliest podcasters at the global level. The Prime Point Foundation's got 5 initiatives founded by him that include the E-Magazine and the Sansad Ratan Awards that were recommended by Dr. Abdul Kalam. You've published 30 ebooks, 106 parliamentarians have been honored in person for their performance with Sansad Ratan Awards, and Presense has published 199 digital-only monthly editions. So I invite Srinivasanji to the dais to share the keynote address on his book and also artificial intelligence, and we are hoping we'll get some divine code as well. So big round of applause for Srinivasanji.
Om Shanti. Pranams to Asha Didi and other sisters, and greetings to all my friends. Our Bharatiya tradition is Mata Pita Guru Devam, that is mother, father, Guru Acharyan, and finally God. So I pay my pranams to my Guru Narendra Ji. He has been my Guru all along for my communication and public relations, probably dating back to early 90s or late 80s. Late 80s or early 90s. So he has been my friend, philosopher and guide. So I pay my pranams to Guru in the table of precedence. He comes third after mother, father and Guru, only before God. Okay. Now it is a wonderful opportunity for me and for my team to talk about the AI, and particularly with reference to spiritualism as well as to the other domains. When Sister Saralaji called me a month back that she wanted to have a program here on AI, then I said there is no problem. She wanted an article to be 3-4 months back. I had published a cover story on AI. She wanted that article to be given back for distribution to the participants. I said, but 3-4 months back, it is out of date. Probably it is a very, very stale. Now we will do some research and we will try to work out a book itself, an e-book itself. And then we will share it with you. Then if you find it is worth, you can release it for the benefit of all the people. Incidentally, we have our e-magazine Presence was started on the suggestion of Dr. Abdul Kalam. I was very close with Kalamji. 2 initiatives, Presence as well as Sansad Ratna Awards were his brainchild. March 2006. We have 7 editorial team members, of which 3 of us are here. Even editor Priyadarshini is here. Even our cartoon editor Trembak also is there. Then Priya and myself, we sat and we made some research. And using the AI tools, we made the book, Artificial Intelligence, Challenges and Opportunity. Then I sent it to various experts. Today we don't have any experts on AI because everybody, it is a nascent subject. So everybody has to look at it in a learning process. So everybody, we got it, we consulted, and then we are presenting it. And please go through the book, but it is a nascent because we are still in nascent. How is that? Before I enter into the subject, I have a great appreciation for BK. Because this is one thing on the outside world, you find that they are a spiritualistic organization. But inside, the way in which they use the technology is amazing. Even I have had a lot of discussions with the Karuna Bhai. Even before MP4 came, he started experimenting MP4. Because I also get an inspiration from Karuna Bhai. When the whole world was experimenting podcast, I also started podcast. Even Ram Setu issue became popular because of my podcast. I am also one of the top 10 persons or 15 persons to make it popular. That was done through podcasts. The technology is amazing. How do we use the technology in all our domains? It is our challenge and it is also an opportunity. The technology, science and technology and the spiritualism cannot be separated. You go to CERN, the physics laboratory organized by all the organizations at the borders of Germany. There you will find Nataraja statue with the remarks that how the universe, how the atom, and connectivity between Vedas and the atomic structure in CERN. Today it is there, Nataraja statue. That is something extraordinarily, because we may not be able to believe a Nataraja statue, what has got to do with the science laboratory, physics laboratory. In the same way, you go to Tanjavur temple, the biggest temple. How much of, when you come to Tamil Nadu, because I am from Tamil Nadu, you have every 1 kilometer, you will find a temple with 2,000 years old or 3,000 years old. because many of them have survived the invasion of various people, fortunately. The technology that they have used, still they are surviving the civil engineering marvel. Because science and technology and spiritualism, why they must use the technology in a temple? Ram Setu itself, Valmiki Ramayana has got 80 slokas. How to build bridge on the sea. You can go and verify, you can ask the Pandits. Because science and technology and spiritualism cannot be separated. So, in a way, we said AI is also a part of technology. Probably you might have all realized when Chandrayaan-3 was about to be launched, the entire Chandrayaan-3 team, including the mission director, went to Balaji temple, Tirupati, and they took a model of Chandrayaan-3 and placed before God. And then offered pujas and then they launched it. It came up in all papers, then some people criticized, some people praised. This is a practice prevailing in ISRO for quite a long time. Whenever they are launching any satellite, they go to Tirumala Tirupati temple, place the model on the feet, and then they do a prayers and then they launch it. What has got to do with science and technology or ISRO scientists with the God? Professor Radhakrishnan was the ISRO chairman, some 2 chairmen before. I had an exclusive interview with him for my e-magazine Presence on the ISRO's achievements. I asked him, sir, every time, at that time also they had happened, it was criticized in the media. I asked him, sir, there is a news report, but until then I did not know that they used to go to Tirupati. Sir, this is, your actions are being criticized. But anyway, I am not going to include in my story, it is off the record. I want to ask you, what is it? Then he was telling, because this is a age-old practice for a long time, but one thing is, I can or my scientists can have a control as long as it is within the Earth and orbit. We are putting satellite outside also. We don't have in the universe, we don't have a control. There is a superpower. So we also invoke the superpower and then make it as a partner with us in all success. That's what he gave. So, because there were the science and spiritualism, or spiritualism you can call it in any form. Any form, because each one has got his own way of doing a spiritualism. Because Ramakrishna mission has got his own way of practicing spiritualism. Brahma Kumaris has got his own way. Isha is having different thing. Each Mathadipatis or each mutts have got their own thing. But common goal is spiritualism. Maybe the roads may be different. So this is one time I was I had the opportunity to travel with Dr. Abdul Kalam in a private jet. Only 4 people were there. We had 2 hours of journey onward, 2 hours of journey downwards. I asked him, sir, there are so many things. People want a scientific validation for everything. For everything we need a scientific validation. Unless scientists say that it is correct, then I am prepared to believe. Dr. Kalam was telling me, you can't validate everything through science. Maximum 3%, 4% maybe we can validate. So many things are beyond the purview of science itself. Probably we can try to explore, like space. You can't create 1 drop of water. With all the scientific advancement and technological advancements, you can't create 1 drop of water. Maybe H2O, laboratory, 1 drop of water, if you want to create, how much it may cost. But we have a plenty of water. So the technology comes with good and bad. We must know how to distinguish between the good and bad. The AI, artificial intelligence, Suddenly it has come into debate. The technology, they are part of technology. Everything it does. It can help in education. It can and please go through our e-book also. We have, in brief, we have analyzed everything. In science and technology, it can help in healthcare. The data are plenty of data it gathers. Then it analyzes. It is more a human brain. The human brain has created an artificial brain. So this is a combination of so many things. So we have a lot of advantages of artificial intelligence. As a PR persons, as a media persons, as a political person. Now the politics, now there is going to be an election. Many of the PR people, whatever name you call it, a political consultant or perception management or perception consultant, the fact remains the same. There you have a sentiment analysis. The sentiment is so many people, you can have the AA provides you, okay, in Haryana, the Gurgaon area, which political party can have how the social media trends are going. Tools have already come. So the political parties depend on that. The public relation professionals have to depend on that. No, sir, I believe in the old method. Okay, we can believe in that, but still, today advanced methods have come. We can make use of that. One thing I always say is AI, you can't allow the AI to dominate you. You have to go, you should not go with what AI says. It must be your servant. It must be your secretary. Give it command. You go there, you go and pick up that glass here and bring it to me. It will beautifully, it will do that. We have done that. I tell you one incident. 4 months back, I wanted to do a cover story on AI because it was a new thing. I called many people, lot of people. They said that, sir, cover story, I can't give an interview. I am not that much knowledgeable. So I called up lot of technical people and all. Some people escaped. Some people said, sir, you give me time, 4 days or 5 days, I am busy. Then I could not know anything. Then immediately, whatever question I had jotted down, because for me also it is a nascent. Till I am nascent only. I am only a student. I am not a teacher. I am only a student. I just put it in the chat GPT and asked the question. It has come out. Again, I wanted it to be revised. It revised. Then I sent it to 2 or 3 people who are in the technology field or who are doing a research in the AI and all. They got amazed. Sir, even if you had asked me to get an interview with me, I would not have given so much of information. That is the power of AI. I published that cover story, interview with the chat GPT only. Because the experts were not prepared to give. But the interview itself was such a fantastic. That is what Sarala Begin was asking me to take a printout. Now I said that might have become stale, that 4 months over. For a technology, even 1 month is a stale. We will prepare. This book itself will become stale in another 1 or 2 months. We can update it later. Then what are the challenges? The challenges are, one perceived challenge is whether the job opportunity will be lost. Job opportunity will never be lost because we have to be very sure. Every time when the technology is coming, we always have a fear that a section of the people will lose the job. Yes, section of the people may lose the job. When bullock carts to automobile or scooters came, the bullock cart mechanics and bullock cart people, drivers, they have to upgrade the skill. That is upskilling. That is known as upskilling in the technology term. We need to upskill. So we can't remain in this particular level and then without knowing now today or 20 years back or in 90, probably my Guruji, Mr. Narendraji may be knowing, Sam Petroda was a technology advisor to Prime Minister and he was the chairman of Telecom Commission. At the time I was in a bank, head of the corporate communication at Delhi. I interviewed him for my house magazine. At that time, he was talking about the mobile phone, car phone, that was known as car phone at that time. People were criticizing, why you need a car phone? When the landlines are available, landlines you have to wait for so many years and months. That was a different story at that time. But car phone, why you need it? That is meant for rich people. But today, every person has got a mobile. Yesterday I was telling him, if you don't, suppose if I am not carrying a mobile in my pocket, I feel, I don't know, something is missing. Whether I have worn a shirt, whether I have worn a pant, whether I have worn what, something is missing. I was not having that feeling 20 years back. Why? Today technology, we have become obsession with the technology. Without that, we are not able to live. So the technology also, AI also will provide job opportunities. It will give new jobs. 1980s, I was in the bank. 90s, I was in the bank. At that time, the banking industry was thinking in terms of computerization. There were a lot of agitations. Every bank, employees, unions, no computerization. That will do, people will stop, there will be a big problem for the job. Then forcefully everything was done, computer. Today, we are having digital banking, mobile banking. Have we lost the job? We have not lost the job. Probably the job descriptions have changed. So the job upskilling is required. Job orientation will not come. Job retrenchment will not be there because we may have to update. Number 2, fake informations. Media people and PR people have to be very careful. Sometimes what is garbage in, garbage out. When your data is wrong, your output will be wrong. So what amount of data that it is procuring, it is going to depend on how it is going to catch across the globe. Then sometimes it is also a wrong information. You have to be verified. Fact checking is needed, particularly for media people. Fact checking is needed. I tell you an example, because it is still in the initial stage, the data have not been packed properly. I asked Sansad Ratna, I asked ChatGPT to write an article on Sansad Ratna Awards. It gave beautifully who is the founder, when it was started, everything it gave. But I also added a prompt that is known as prompt. You have to put a prompt, you have to give a proper guidance. I asked who are all the main awardees. It included Dr. Manmohan Singh also. This is not correct. Because Manmohan Singh got an award, parliamentary award given by the government of India. Parliament House, not in Sansad Ratna Awards. Because there are 2 types of awards are there. It's a civil society award, that's a government award. Probably it got confused. Probably the language or anything. So again we have to do a fact checking. Again deep fake has come. The Trump was forced, there were photographs, the Trump was being arrested. The deep fake. A person today, he can be asked, he can be depicted as if he is sitting in the British throne with the crown. Beautifully it can be created. There are signs. So that fake news, deep fake news, so many things. The creativity, some people are criticizing. Creativity is being lost. Our Trembak Sharma is there. He is a cartoonist. Normally we are also fans of Abdul Kalam. There is one person, Abdul Kalam himself was a fan. That is our Trembak Sharma from Raipur. He has come. His cartoons, Abdul Kalam used to like it. His cartoons, we are publishing cartoon for the past nearly 15 years. Kalam sir launched it. I had a discussion with him. Because the moment when, if you, as a cartoonist, as a human being, you can ask him to sketch this particular thing in a funny manner, or in a jovial or with a humorous manner, he will do it immediately. But whether AI can do that, you can give some inputs. But that human touch, because though it is created, the human relation, it will not be there. It is likely to be lost. Because now in the customer relation, public relation, because the customer, you are having a chat. Now in many of the things, artificial, even Alexa, you are having a chat, and the chat is machine chat. The machine cannot understand your sentiment. When you go to the counter, a human being can understand a counter. Sometimes there are certain problems we may have to face in the initial stage. Ethical issues, another important thing. What is ethical in India? What is ethical in Tamil Nadu may not be the same ethical in Andhra Pradesh or Haryana or Uttar Pradesh. It may change state to state. It may state country to country. Again, AI ethical issues is going to become a big challenge in future. But by and large, AI is, we can't avoid AI. Better be prepared to use the AI for our advantage. With that, I close my talk. Again, another next session also I am going to plenary session. I will have some another 10 minutes where if you want, I can give some more question and answer session. Now, with the permission of Asha Didi, I will request the release of e-book. With your permission, may I invite Priyadharshini Ragul and Triambak Sharma on stage, who are part of that e-book also. Thank you very much. Om Shanti. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much for sharing your insights and how you've played with ChatGPT, and we'll also do the same. We all know that the human touch cannot be taken away, but when we add the divine touch, I'm sure you can use the technology in the best fashion. So thank you so much for sharing your views. And now we come to inaugurate that book which you've just created, taking the help of the AI, and it is the theme of the book is Artificial Intelligence, Challenges and Opportunities. And I would request the sisters to bring in the posters, and also I would invite Pradarshini Rahul to be on the stage, and your colleague, Mr. Sharma, to also be on the stage. So this is the book, e-book, and he's given you pointers on how to create a book for yourself as well. तो ये बुक का कवर पेज है. मैं अनुरोध करूंगी कि सभी जो हमारे वो उसको एक साथ रिलीज करेंगे. And we have Mr. Sharma and Ms. Priyadarshini also on the stage. And so we release this ebook on artificial intelligence. And now I would call upon Mr. Dhruv Jyotipati, who is the Dean and Director of India Today Media Institute, New Delhi. He is has a 27 years of experience in the field of communication, brand management, consumer insight, and media planning. He's also been awarded with the PRSI Leadership Award and the Best Media Educator Award. He has been awarded, he's got a lot of awards. One of them is the prestigious National Fellowship for his doctoral work on tribal and media from Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Tribal Welfare, Government of India. You are writing regularly in journals, magazines, and newspapers on the contemporary issues. We would call upon Dr. Pati to please be with us and share your greetings, and we welcome you with a big round of applause.
Good morning to all of you. Reverend Raju Yogini B.K. Asad Didi, Sister Sarla, National Media Coordinator, and Ambassador Rajsekhar Saab, Mr. M.B. Jairam, leading public relation experts in the country and chief mentor of PRCAI, Mr. S. Narendra, one of the pioneering media stalwarts in our country, and the National Media Coordinator Bhai Santanu, distinguished guests and special guests and academicians from Bangladesh and other countries. It is indeed a great privilege to present amongst you and share some thoughts. I was quite enlightened while visiting the Mount Abu. Sister Sarla, who encouraged me to come and participate in the National Media Conclave. I heard about it, and during my UN tenure, I have attended a couple of programs, but I really mesmerized that how neat and clean the entire campus so far wherever I have gone. The time management, the kind of unity, the kind of brotherhood and kind of synergy that you get moment you enter into that campus. You feel something special. So probably to me in this contextual society, perhaps the message from Brahma Kumaris, it is a great lesson for all of us how to live in a diversity of thought, diversity of faith, diversity of language, diversity of culture, everything. Because probably that is the beauty of our country. And in totality, spreading the message of love and affection, it is indeed very, very pertinent areas. I was listening to Prime Point Srinivasan Saab. I compliment you, your great hard work and your entire team which has done the research. I was told about your work and I am complimenting specially. And it's a great effort. We are living in a technology era. We cannot bypass it. And rightfully it is mentioned when former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's time, Narendra Saab could, recollect the memory. I met him even that point of time when Sam Pitroda was emphasizing that technology is the only answer to bridge the gap between village and urban and people who are at the bottom of pyramid to the top level decision maker. Probably we have come up to this level. India is emerging as going to be the third economic hub in the world, and technologically we are also known to the world as the super brain. Wherever you travel around the world, Indian technological experts or Indian scientists are always acknowledged. So we have everything in precisely. But then the topic which we are initiating today, artificial intelligence interface in the spiritual quotient. I am coming from a leading media house of the country. All of you know, India Today Group always put its effort to be number one in not only delivering the news, but also embedding with the technology latest practices. So we have a complete 200-member team doing the data intelligence, fact checking, AI, Microsoft related the technological innovations, ChatGPT and many alternate points. Because fortunately we have all the segments of media from print to radio to television to digital. We are the number one in India and the South Asia, having 36 digital news portals in 11 languages, and we are expanding. Probably that responding to the need, because slowly television has already reached its height and slowly getting perhaps indicating that it's reached this equity and new paradigm could be experienced in coming days. Digital will be the future. 5G and the other latest sophisticated technological innovations are coming to India. We have to respond to that. So holistically, there is a good ground. So entire the communication experts or the professional, notwithstanding the journalist alone, it is all of us our duty to empower the community with right kind of information. That is how I was listening carefully while Mr. Srinivasan was outlining. Artificial intelligence could help us to go into the depth or to have a kind of comparative assessment or a different perspective. But all of us should also understand the need assessment of how much data that we are packaging or feeding into it. And AI many times also cannot replace the human mind. I believe in technology, I practice that, but I also at the same time, human mind, that's how Brahma Kumari's holistic philosophy talks about alignment of body, mind and soul. We have seen that the human mind has a different kind of analytical skill which could also sometime supersede the artificial intelligence need assessment part. So we need to have a complete fine-tuning composition in order to create more information hub. We are living in a content led scenario. Now perhaps the next, perhaps the war could be fought on the content, because content is now the king. Entire our consumption habits are driven by content. Artificial intelligence coming to media domain primarily, it is all the creating content, good quality content, factually correct and attracting to the attention, and how quickly, effectively you are disseminating the news, meeting the appropriate need and educating them, checking the misinformation. So digital is a great blessing, but then we need to tackle that issue as well, the digital literacy vis-a-vis also misinformation composition. So artificial intelligence has been practiced now, and it is growing day by day. Even all sectors, it is making its impact. Every day-to-day part, at least in a news perspective, we are experiencing a lot of changes, lot of support that way. But at the same time, there are many elements which we need to evaluate and engage to create more content repository and spreading multi-tier elements of factual reservoir that way. So today's topic, the spiritual quotient, I must say that spiritual quotient is always there in everything. When we analyze something, responding to particular aspect or a particular element, the assessment of our mind or the ethical way of looking at everything, that is the kind of the spiritual blessings that all of us are having. Power of wisdom. Power of wisdom is the spiritual quotient to me, because wisdom or your leveling between the conscious and subconscious mass, it is the spiritual quotient which guides us. Someone spreading something else, someone is spreading the essence of belongingness, essence of love. Somebody is talking about hatred or creating misinformation. Only part, the gap is somebody is aligning more wisdom oriented, talking logical, sensible and inclusive. Someone is not talking that inclusive, that is the gap. So spiritual quotient need not be advocated separately. Probably we need to embed all systems if we are aligning, responding to technological perspective in every aspect, making the ethical dimension in practice. To me, at this point, having last 5-6 years of our extensive research part, I always advocate to the journalists, those are under probation, because we train every year 150 to 160 journalists and send them to the market. So we ask them that you apply the wisdom and the assessment part, looking at everything in a holistic perspective, understand how much impact it is going to create, what are the pros and cons, and how effectively it is matching your requirement pertaining to the area you are looking at it. So probably the spiritual quotient need to be defined in our day-to-day operational part, holistic viewpoint, understanding the essence. And the second point I must talk about, in the AI area, the biggest component we must look at, there are scope, there are opportunities, there are challenges also. Just few days back, we conducted a workshop on AI and media production and content creation and all that. During that part, a leading expert from UK who came to train our journalists, one thing it was outlined that whatever that we do, the need assessment have to be done by you. So the need assessment done by each one of us sitting in this room, it is our wisdom which helps us to create an effective judgmental aspect. Second, we also look at spiritual quotient can be added so that we are more minutely understanding the core essence part, not diluting it. We always have an habit, it suits me, I'll talk only that part. Whatever is not suits me, either I'll avoid or I'll just talk something just to bypass it. No. So probably that also we need to analyze. Third, in the contextuality of the growing demand of usages of artificial intelligence, the special training to be done, how you aligning the thought process and the real time assessment. Effective research always based on how pertinent you are focusing into the core composition. So technology is always a great blessing, but the analysis always matters. What we disseminate into that, what outcome we are sending it to the society or the consumers, or for that matter the audience we are aligning to. But I really appreciate that Brahma Kumari's initiative, time to time, creating conclaves, discussion forums, intellectual exercise, spreading the message of essence of belongingness. What I really believe and practice, my spiritual guru told me, to do is to be is to know. So probably that we should practice in our complete understanding. Second part, being and becoming is the essence of spiritual quotient, because the Vedic philosophy also talks about that. Jivanam vardhananchapi dhriyate iti sadharma. So dharma is not that one faith, other faith and all that. It is all which helps us, promoting us to lead a better life in a coexistence manner, spreading the true essence of inclusivity. It is not me, it is we. It is the entire community must be encouraged to participate in all layers of discussion. Just few days back in the parlance of parliament session, special session, there was some discussion going because country has passed the women reservation bill. So some discussion there also it comes. I said, you are talking this day, lawmakers have done today, but so many years before Brahma Kumaris have already practiced it. I am told 60,000 our ladies, our sisters are guiding and managing the entire establishment, not only in India, worldwide, spreading a nice message of brotherhood, belongingness, and live in a society where you are living without fear, without any kind of questions of partiality or differential treatment. It's a unique. So I believe that this initiative, I compliment the entire management of Brahma Kumaris and Asha Didi, that my compliments to you. You initiate, this conference was conducted. PRCI support to entire drive, it is also a good step. All of us are here. From the media fraternity, I can assure you, many stalwarts also there in the dais, they will also say, media researchers are there, media academicians are there, we are all with you. Let's create more content so that the central point of the artificial intelligence reservoir could have better content and we relate, so that whatever that we do, we must relate everything, how the body, mind and soul and the wisdom could be better utilized so that it could guide us, help us to create a well-informed society. And probably that is the way we could check what is called being deep fake or fake news, or you can say anything, or misinformation, whatever. Probably that is required. From school level to practitioners level, we should do that. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. I am delighted to present amongst you. I am privileged. Thank you.
Thank you. A very big round of applause once again to Dr. Pati for sharing your insights with us, and thank you for your support. और हम अब अनुरोध करेंगे sisters से that let's begin the lighting of the lamp ceremony. We talk about the Indian culture and we have this very beautiful ceremony wherein we light the lamp. Do you know why we light the lamp? Yes, of course there are many benefits of it, but at the Brahma Kumaris we understand that the soul is a light. I am also a being of light. And even scientifically, we have known that we are carrying information and light. Our bodies are made of that. So as a soul, I need to ignite the light within and invoke the Supreme, who's also the being of light. So I invite our Honorable Dais to come up for the lighting of the lamp. I would request our brothers and sisters, and probably you can light your mobile, use the technology if you want. You have that little light. And all of us will participate in the lighting of the lamp.
शांति की ज्योत जगाओ ज्योत जगाओ विश्व शांति की ज्योत जगाओ इस धरती से अशांति का अंधकार मिटाओ ज्योत जगाओ
प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो सब पगले से लगाते चलो प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो
और जैसे हमने उस लैम्प को तो जलाया, लेकिन ये लैम्प और ये दिया है हमारी आत्मा के जागने का. सो आई वुड इनवाइट नाउ सिस्टर सुनैना, हु इज अ सीनियर राज योगा फैकल्टी एट द ओम शांति रिट्रीट सेंटर, और आप हमारे कल्चरल विंग की भी कोऑर्डिनेटर हैं. हमारा विहासा प्रोग्राम है, वैल्यूज़ फॉर द हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल्स. साथ ही साथ आप मीडिया की भी अपने रूप से सेवाएं देते हैं. तो हम आपसे अनुरोध करेंगे कि कृपया आप मंच पर आएं और हमारी ज्योति को जगाएं विद सम मेडिटेशन.
ओम शांति. थैंक यू सिस्टर हुसैन. और मंच पर आसीन सभी हमारे रेस्पेक्टेड गेस्ट, आदरणीय दीदी जी, और जो भी सामने विराजमान हैं, आप सभी महानुभावों को भी बहुत बहुत दिल से ओम शांति है. और अभी अभी हम सब ने कैंडल लाइटिंग किया, जिसका प्रतीक है आत्मा की ज्योति. तो आत्मा की ज्योति के रीति से हम कई प्रोग्राम्स में कैंडल लाइटिंग करते हैं, लेकिन वास्तविक रूप में क्या हमने अपने आत्मा की ज्योति को जगाई है? वो ज्योति जगाने की विधि यहाँ पर इस ब्रह्मा कुमारी इसके संस्था में हम सिखाते हैं, और उसको हम कहते हैं राज योगा मेडिटेशन. और राज योगा मेडिटेशन एक ऐसी विधि है, एक ऐसा मेडिटेशन है जिससे हम अपने मन को, अपने बुद्धि को परमात्मा के साथ जोड़ते हैं, और उनके जो सुप्रीम लाइट और माइट है, उसके आधार से हम अपने आत्मा के अंदर इग्नाइट करते हैं वो ज्ञान की ज्योति, वो प्रकाश, और उसी से ही अपने लाइफ को बहुत सुंदर और बहुत ही प्रकाशमय बनाते हैं. और न केवल अपने जीवन को प्रकाशमय बनाते, लेकिन साथ साथ हमारे प्रकाश से, जैसे ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते हैं, जब हमारे जीवन की ज्योति, आत्म ज्योति जग जाती है, तो अन्य आत्माओं की भी ज्योति जगाने की बहुत श्रेष्ठ माध्यम, मीडिया हम बन जाते हैं. तो इस राजयोगा मेडिटेशन का थोड़े समय के लिए अभी हम अभ्यास करेंगे. आप सभी रेडी हैं? आप सभी रेडी हैं? तो जो भी आपके हाथ में है वो थोड़ी देर के लिए साइड में करें. अपने आप को रिलैक्स होकर के बिठाएं अपने शरीर को. और इस राजयोगा मेडिटेशन के लिए, क्योंकि आप सभी बिगिनर्स हैं, तो हम एक बहुत सुंदर स्पिरिचुअल टूल का उपयोग करेंगे, और उस स्पिरिचुअल टूल का नाम है विजुअलाइजेशन. क्योंकि हम अपने आप को शीशे के माध्यम से देखते हैं, राइट? आंखें हैं, परंतु इन आंखों से हम अपने चेहरे को देख नहीं पाते. देखना है तो शीशे का उपयोग करते हैं. तो ठीक इसी रीति से हम स्थूल चीज़ों को देखते हैं, उसी रीति से आत्मा को देखने के लिए मन की और मन जो यूज़ करते हैं वो है विजुअलाइजेशन रूपी शीशा का उपयोग हम करते हैं, विजुअलाइज करेंगे। तो आप सभी रेडी है? रिलैक्स होकर के बैठेंगे। लंबी गहरी श्वास लेंगे और छोड़ेंगे 2 बारी। जब आप इनहेल करते हैं तो महसूस करें इस सुंदर वातावरण से प्योर एंड पॉजिटिव एनर्जी आप अंदर ले रहे हैं, और आप एक्सहेल करते हैं तो महसूस करें अंदर की सारी नेगेटिव एनर्जी बाहर जा रही है, और बॉडी के अंदर पॉजिटिव एनर्जी के प्रकंपन धीरे धीरे फैल रहे हैं। बाहर की आवाजों से अपने मन को इनर वर्ल्ड की तरफ ले आए, और मन के पर्दे पर देखेंगे, विजुअलाइज करेंगे कि मैं एक कमरे के अंदर कुर्सी पर विराजमान हूँ, कंफर्टेबल हूँ। मेरे समक्ष एक बहुत बड़ा आईना है। अपने आप को उस आईने में देख पा रहा हूँ। देखिए, अपने एक्सप्रेशन को देखें, अपने चेहरे को देखें। आपने क्या ड्रेस पहना है उसे देखें। क्या मेरा स्वरूप यही है? क्या यही मैं हूँ? ये प्रश्न अपने आप से पूछें। जैसे ही ये प्रश्न मन में उठता, एकाएक मस्तक पर एक चमकता हुआ सितारा इमर्ज हो रहा है। Very beautiful, sparkling, white, divine star. वास्तव में ये स्टार, ये डिवाइन लाइट ही मैं हूँ, जो इस शरीर को चलाने वाली शक्ति हूँ। ये शरीर, this body is just my costume, जो मैंने पहना हुआ है। महसूस करें, मैं आत्मा सितारा अति शांत स्वरूप। Deep down within, शांति का स्रोत हूँ, और मुझ आत्मा सितारे से शांति की किरणें निकलकर मस्तक से चारों ओर फैल रही है। I am a peaceful being. I am light. महसूस करें मेरे सम्मुख एक और डिवाइन ब्राइट स्टार है जो मुझसे भी अधिक चमकदार, अधिक ब्राइट है। ये मेरे पिता परमात्मा, सुप्रीम सोर्स ऑफ ऑल एनर्जीज, परम पिता परमात्मा है, सर्व आत्माओं के पिता, ऑलमाइटी अथॉरिटी। उनसे निकले एक एक किरण मुझ आत्मा तक पहुंच रही है। मस्तक के बीच में आत्मा जो चमक रही हूँ, उन तक इनकी पवित्र शुद्ध किरणें पहुंच रही है। उनसे प्राप्त किरणों से मैं और अधिक शक्तिशाली, शांत और पवित्र बनती जा रही हूँ। अंदर से मैं स्टेबल हो रही हूँ। With him, with his power, now I can face any situation that confront in this life. उनकी शक्तियों को अंदर समाते जाए, संजोते जाए। उनकी याद जैसे मेरे सांसों में समा गई है। सदा मेरे साथ है परमात्मा और अब मैं सक्षम हूँ। इसी अनुभूति को अंदर ही अंदर समाते रहे। And when you are ready, you can open your eyes और अपने अवेयरनेस को, अपने आप को इस कमरे में फिर से ले आए। ओम शांति, शांति, शांति।
Thank you, Sister Sunena, for bringing us back to who we are, making us connect to ourselves and to the Supreme. And now we move forward, and I invite on Mr. M.B. Jairam, who's the Chief Mentor, Public Relations Council of India, Bangalore. You've been the former Director, Administration and Corporate Communications at the Karnataka Power Corporation and Communication Advisor to the then Chief Minister. So I invite you with a big round of applause to please come onto the podium and share your address.
I forgot to bring anyway. Good afternoon, everyone. Yogini Asha Didi ji, Sister Sarala ji, Brothers Shantanu bhai, BK Hussain ji, and all our dignitaries on the dais, brothers and sisters who are gathered here today. I just remember about 4 months back, there was a call from Sister Saralaji. I was in Bangalore. She invited me to this center, telling me that we are thinking of having a PR conference, communication conference at Delhi. That time we were busy with arranging for our the conclave which we had last 2 days. I told her, can you prepone this October, because just 1 month gap we have to come back. She was requesting me to come and with all other our fellow professionals. I requested her, can you make it a little prepone it? She said, I'll come back to you. And within no time, she spoke to me that we have agreed. Instead of 2 days, we'll have a day conference in this center. Those who are here, they are fortunate people. Those who have not come today, of course, we had more than 200 plus. My apologies. I could not bring them for so many reasons, because of the parliamentary session was on. Some people are very busy with that. All PR professionals, as you know well, we can't attend our own functions sometimes. This kind of atmosphere we have all the time. So we are here, few of us we are here. They are the fortunate people. I really appreciate and congratulate them in this vicinity, in this kind of atmosphere, greenery. And Shanti, I think we are staying in Shanti Dhama also. Shanti Kunj. A nice, pleasure coming here and staying for some time. It is a great memory for us. Thank you so much for that. You have chosen the subject, very odd subject, which we have discussed last 2 days also. Little different than that. Spirituality in profession. On this topic, I would like to share a few points with you all, dear friends. Value yourself. Know that you are valuable and capable in what you do. Wait not for someone else's acceptance of your value and worth. If you do not accept your own value, don't expect others to see the value in you. Kshatriya Shastra further says, without belief in one's own value, there is no value in others' belief in you. The power of confidence to build a successful team. It's not essential to be brilliant. It is not essential to be confident. A confident person makes others feel secure and increase self-esteem and builds their confidence. It is your duty, therefore, to portray confidence in if you don't feel it. People then value their own association with you. You have no power to control what's going on around you, but you have all the power to control what is going on within you. Yesterday, same thing happened to us in Delhi. We are helpless. We had to leave one space exactly at 6 o'clock. We took it little leisurely, and things are also not in our control. It so happened we are waiting for some our guests, the political arena, we had to wait for them. So there was a gap at 1 hour. That 1 hour, which makes, it made a lot of problems for us. And the people who owns the place, they had to give it to someone else at 6:30. We could not do anything. We had to cut down our program at the fag end. 90% program was over, but it was not in our control. It was, though we paid everything for the rent and all that. But unfortunately, we could not do anything. We had to leave the place. But they're very courteous. They gave us a small room. We continued. But that Joes has gone. Now, the way we were doing this so well, 90%, they've come down to 10%, that kind of atmosphere was there. Anyway, we completed this. So that's what I'm telling. What is going on in our this thing, it is not in our control. But you have all the power to control what going on within us. Clarity in key. It is important to have clarity of I know or I don't know, because not knowing is not a mistake, but clarity is power. Put on your best appearance. In a professional scenario, though required, it is impossible to be constantly at your best appearance and manner. Present yourself the best you can in posture, expression, and manner. Take stock regularly of how you are applying your values to your practice of spirituality at work. Connect your work to your value system. Look at things positively. Treat others well. Take some time for yourself. This is what they also preach every day. Get to know your workers. Be mindful. Put people first. The I must go behind. The others are important for us. The profession says, always preaches, try to see others first and then yourself. Find others in your workplace who share the same beliefs and values as you do. It is always nice to have someone at work that you can share ideas with. The above spiritual practices can be immediately and effortlessly put into practice to see tremendous growth in your personal and work, and you will definitely be a successful man or woman. I believe that, and I always believe whatever the BK sisters they say and they preach, I always listen to them and try to understand their inner feelings, and that's why we are all here today. Wishing you a life of peace, success, and progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us. And I now call upon Mr. Rajashekar, who's the IFS, the ambassador. You're working with the Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. You have been there since 1990. You've studied law, you've been a gold medalist, and diplomacy is also a form of PR. It's a public relations, basically. He served inter alia as RPO for the combined state of Andhra Pradesh and created then the most spacious passport office and also the best PPT office in terms of service to the public. You can speak Japanese fluently and you've served in many Asian countries and also as the Director General of ICCR. So I would request you to please come on to the podium and share your address, and we welcome you with a big round of applause.
Om Shanti. Rajyogini Asha ji, and all the dignitaries on the dais, Pyare Pyaro, as Didi said, Pyare Piaros, and dear brothers and sisters. It's indeed wonderful to be here today. I must begin with a sincere feeling of regret that graciously Sarala Didi had invited me to Mount Abu, which was also my long time longing to visit there. In fact, when we joined the civil service, the training used to be initially in Mount Abu before the police academy and other academies were shifted, to Hyderabad and other places. So I thought I could visit, but unfortunately I couldn't make it because of my work commitments. I must also very respectfully recall my yoga Guruji, who was from Brahma Kumaris. Brij Mohan Jain, I think. He used to teach us yoga at Nehru Park. NMDC, New Delhi Municipal Corporation, and Brahma Kumaris have entered into memorandum of understanding to promote and propagate our cultural heritage and treasure in Chanakyapuri among diplomats and senior civil servants. So he used to come and teach. So his call was almost like divine. So my mother tried very hard till the time, she passed away, to make me get up before dawn and get into good habits. I failed. But here, Guruji, Brij Mohanji, so his call was like without alarm, I could get up. The connect is simply inexplicable. I used to live close by, I used to walk to the place and do. I'm very grateful to this wonderful opportunity that Guruji has offered. Also, he had brought us here once, about 5-6 years ago. So I was looking forward to this opportunity. And also Saralaji's good grace that I couldn't say no, although I have other work in the afternoon. I should begin congratulating the beautiful young Nepalese dancers for their rendition of the dance, and also the enlightening presentation on artificial intelligence by Srinivasanji. All of us, there is no escape. As the kindergarten rhyme goes, you can't go over it, you can't go under it. You have to go through artificial intelligence. And especially for us, who are a little dinosaur, over 50, approaching 60s, it's a little extra uphill to learn new things. But you have made it very simple. I took a very long ride to this place. I got lost. So I had the occasion to also peruse your book that Didi had so thoughtfully sent me. I wholeheartedly recommend all of you to read it. And also the connection between the overlap, the convergence between spirituality and artificial intelligence, that both underline that we are all organically connected, that there is so much potential both through spirituality and also artificial intelligence. I am here not as government officer, not as a government spokesman, much less, but for the pleasure and the delight of being here. To go over this topic that today you had undertaken, very topical, very appropriate, professional advancement, and also I may say that also collective advancement. Honorable Prime Minister had given a call Azadi Ka Amrit Kal, that let's visualize becoming a developed nation. It is possible, of course, through individual efforts, collectively, all of us working harmoniously to make our country a developed nation. Asian Games are starting. We wish our teams well. Say, I have closely observed, most of you also may be familiar, that only hard work, devotion gets us success. Say, medal at international stage means sweat of about 10,000 hours. So, advancement both individually and collectively require devotion and harmony. Sister asked me in this regard to recall my personal experiences around the world. I would mention some of the seniors may also may be familiar. Renowned jurist Nani Palkiwala ji, he used to explain us about the various details, aspects of budget after it is presented in the parliament. So he was very popular as a champion of human rights, as our ambassador to United States. So he narrated this anecdote that once he was interacting with the Japanese ambassador and asked, Ambassador, India, we are a population about 8-9 times of Japan. How come your GDP and your technological accomplishments, your development is several times that of India? So diplomats are very polite people. They say, no, you are a great nation, your heritage is great, and we have so much to learn from you. Palkiwala said, all that is fine, but you can be frank and honest. So after much prodding, the Japanese ambassador would say, to be honest, to my mind, it seems that while India has 1 billion people, we are 120 at that time million citizens. While India has 100 crore billion people, we are 100 million citizens. What does it mean? Citizens come with civic sense and responsibility, togetherness as a nation. That's what now actually we are striving very hard under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi to march ahead. Now, this citizenship is something that through spirituality also, responsibility, considerate behavior towards others, respect, the innate organic linkage between brothers and sisters, all of us, the affinity, that is something that we need to inculcate through constant practice and perseverance. We saw that in Fukushima, there was a big nuclear accident. I think it was the spring of 2011, about 12 years ago. There was huge disaster, but the entire society of Japan has organized, conducted themselves with great discipline. There was no looting, no anarchy, and there is no disorder. So how is it possible? Out of the awareness, the consciousness that there is no other, we're all one. As we say, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one organic family of brothers and sisters. I would most heartily congratulate Brahmakumaris for their painstaking work to promote, inculcate this awareness, because we may make any amount of material progress without this spiritual harmony, inner peace, all that will not mean anything. Japanese very proudly call themselves Va Koku. Va means harmony. This harmony is important, and organizations like Brahma Kumaris, the work that you are doing is most significant. I salute. Now we are very fortunate to have Madam Draupadi Murmu ji as the Honorable Rashtrapati ji. When I live these days, in Commonwealth Games village, from my balcony, morning we can see Rashtrapati Bhavan. So whenever I see these things, this story, life story, personal experience of Draupadi Murmu ji comes to my mind, that she was personally devastated through a series of tragedies in her personal life. But thanks to the Brahma Kumari organization, that again it revived her and also gave us a wonderful president. And Brahma Kumari has sheltered, supported, revived her, not knowing that she will become governor or president. That she is our dear sister and she needs a helping hand, and she has the potential to be the first citizen and the commander-in-chief and lead this great nation. So that is the consciousness, the awareness, not materially visible immediately, but nevertheless very important. You asked about the divine code in the age of advanced age, the advanced artificial intelligence. Divine code is what our sages, our ancestors have put in simple terms as dharma. Dharma is considerate behavior, and what you expect you to be treated, how you want to be treated, you extend the same courtesy to others. Now, as artificial intelligence makes progress, Srinivasanji has beautifully portrayed the challenges and the opportunities. Of course, there are anxieties about employment loss and whatnot. But for all the enormous opportunity artificial intelligence presents, the main challenge is that we should remain human and in control of the tool of artificial intelligence. It is more like electricity or internet. It is a great tool, but we shall retain our human anchor and our human nature and values. Otherwise, there is a grave and great danger that we can lose the way. As the practitioners of Brahma Kumari and successful public relations professionals, you're all familiar. I would only say that we shall, in every moment of our existence, keep these noble teachings, because generally there is a tendency in the society that when you say spirituality, you say, "Theek hai, post-retirement dekha jayega." So I'll come to it in my final phase. But like the two sides of a coin, spirituality and matter are intrinsically, organically, innately connected. Every moment, whatever we do, we shall do as at the invocation, the beginning that we have witnessed here, we shall feel the presence, divine presence around us, so that we are inspired and keep the right path. The right thought leads to right speech leads to right conduct leads to collectively a harmonious society. So for that, the wonderful effort being put in through Brahma Kumaris is truly laudable. I wish you every success, and all of you all the very best. Thank you very much for the gracious, affectionate manner in which I have been received. I look forward to be in touch and be of assistance and do whatever I can do for the good work of Brahma Kumaris. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rajshekhar, for your kind address. And also, we are also very happy that you've come back to us after 5 years, and we hope that you keep coming back again and again. I now invite Mr. S. Narendra, former media advisor, Government of India. And as you have seen, he's a mentor to many of the PR professionals and the media dignitaries who are present here. So with a very big round of applause, we welcome Mr. S. Narendra.
सबको मेरा प्रणाम. I'll be very brief. Coming to Brahmacurry Center, the moment you enter, suddenly there is peace descends on you. There is a tranquility, not only the sheer ambience of the place, but the whole place exudes some peaceful energy. I'm very thankful for inviting me. This is my second visit to a Brahmacurry Center. Thanks to Saralaji, we had gone to their main center some 5 years ago. Coming back to the theme of whatever is being discussed, that is artificial intelligence, PR, etc. It is not just PR. Professionals. The moment digital technology entered our lives, some 23 years ago, technology is evolving. AI is one more stage in the evolution of technology. We don't know where we are going from here. Mr. Srinivasan, I compliment him for bringing out an autobiography of artificial intelligence. It is an autobiography of artificial intelligence because it is created by artificial intelligence. Whenever any new technology has come, when the first test tube baby was created, there was immediately a cry saying that it should be banned. That is because Hitler wanted to create a whole new species. But once the test tube baby came, IVF has come. It is bringing joy to couples who do not have children. It is one thing to be scared about technology, nothing you can do. It is inevitable, inexorable. When Srinivasan wanted to write this book, he called me, "Sir, can you give me any input?" Just the previous day, the US Senate was hearing the person who created ChatGPT. It was a 12-hour session. He himself said, "I'm scared about it. Please regulate it." Then one of the senators asked him, "All right, what do we regulate? Because today's ChatGPT is not the same. Already ChatGPT 4 has come." The European Commission has been trying its best to regulate the internet, Google, everybody. But you can only regulate what is there yesterday. How do you regulate what is coming up tomorrow? All governments are grappling over it. Any technology that comes, for instance, recently a fantastic film came, Oppenheimer. Those scientists who were engaged in the Manhattan Project themselves did not know when they were trying to create the atomic bomb, the amount of nuclear energy it is going to create. When the blast happened, they were aghast. And then the famous quote of Oppenheimer, "I am death, I am the destroyer," from the Gita. But the same nuclear energy today is supposed to save an environment by creating nuclear power. Technology is going to alter our work and life. It has entered our lives. Some 30 years ago, it was very fashionable in any media conference to talk in terms of media poor people, media poor regions, media rich people. Today, there is no media rich or media poor people because everybody has a mobile, they have a media. What is required, I want to emphasize, is media literacy. How to sift facts from fake news. That media literacy is lacking even among the most educated population. Without media literacy, people are likely to behave what comes on the WhatsApp, what comes on the Facebook, and whatever created by any of the digital technologies. But I'm afraid, even the communication schools, I was head of the IIMC, I was the executive chairman at one time. This is nearly 30 years ago. Then itself I emphasized them. How do you educate not only those who come as trainees, but the intelligent people, the literate people? What is media literacy? Sifting fake news from facts. I don't know where AI will go, but the danger of facts getting submerged by fake news is real. It can be misused by anti-social elements, by militants, by anti-national elements, and a variety of others who want to engage in crime. My only plea to all the communicators is do something about making even your own students, by giving media education, make them media literate. Mr. Srinivasan, I beg to disagree when he said ethics is something subjective. No, there are two kinds of ethics. Normative ethics, that doesn't change from place to place or people to people. Gandhiji taught us during the freedom struggle, means and ends. Gita talks about it, means and ends. The moment we put that test, am I achieving this end with the right kind of means? Many of the problems created by the technologies or by technology users will be prevented. This irrespective of what religion one follows, irrespective of where one is, does not change. Put this test. Then one more test prescribed by Socrates. That is very important for all the people who use WhatsApp or Facebook or anything. He said, there are 3 gatekeepers you must always keep. If you hear something or somebody brings you the news, the first gatekeeper should be, is it authentic? Is it the right source? The second gatekeeper, you have to keep it yourself as a gatekeeper. Am I the right person to circulate this? The third gatekeeper, is it the right time to convey this? Suppose a marriage is going on. If somebody comes and says, hey, so and so is dead, how will you feel? Is it appropriate to convey? If all of us literate people observe these 3 principles of Socrates, a lot of fake news circulating, the click will be stopped. It's a great honor you have invited me. I am very privileged to come here, and I would like to partake of the peace and tranquility of this place more and more. Thank you very much. Pranams.
Thank you very much for sharing your deep insights and for also sharing how to really combat the fake news. And I now call upon Rajyogini Asha Didi ji, who's been sitting here amongst us and also spreading peace. She is the director of Om Shanti Retreat Center, this beautiful campus of North India. She's also in the core committee of the management committee of the Brahma Kumaris. She has been practicing the Raj Yoga meditation since the age of 8 years along with her family, and she has been a gold medalist. She also taught at Mount Carmel College in Bangalore for a short time before she dedicated herself for the service of humanity, and thereafter she has been serving at various places, stationed at New Delhi but travelled worldwide, and has shared the principles of spirituality. How can you use those principles to have a stress-free living, to use the ethics in our daily lives? She is also the chairperson of the Administrators Services Wing of the Brahma Kumaris. So, with a very warm welcome once again, we give a round of applause to Asha Didi. And we are here to take your blessings.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. मैं हिंदी में बोलूं, चलेगा? हिंदी चलेगा? तो सबसे पहले आप सब मीडिया जगत के महारथी जो यहाँ एकत्र हुए हैं, आप सबका बहुत ही दिल से, प्यार से, हृदय से इस ईश्वरीय स्थल पर स्वागत है, स्वागत है, स्वागत है। और इतने इम्पोर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट पर आप विचार विमर्श कर रहे हैं। मीडिया इज पावर, राइट? And it is said, media is power, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. Or I'm also reminded of Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer, who was one of the judges of the Supreme Court of India. He used to say in his speeches, there are guided missiles in misguided hands. Sometimes, when we talk about the responsibility of the media persons, very responsible people, they can turn tables, turn kingdoms, kingmakers. But when I'm seeing all of you here, आप लोगों के विचार इतने उत्तम हैं, इतने उत्कृष्ट, high thinking is there, and things which are very meaningful are being talked about. तो मुझे आश्चर्य लग रहा है, ऐसा क्यों कहा जाता है मीडिया के बारे में? उसे किनारे कर दीजिए। लेकिन ये भी इतना ही सच है कि आप जो मीडिया जगत में हैं, पब्लिक रिलेशंस के जगत में हैं, आपको स्पिरिचुअलिटी के लिए कोई मंत्र जाप, माला जाप उसको करने की जरूरत नहीं है। स्पिरिचुअलिटी क्या चीज है? Nothing but what is in the spirit has to be expressed. What is in the spirit originally and naturally? हमारी स्पिरिट क्या है? अगर हम लोग अभी देखें, none of us want to be dishonest. None of us want to be playing hide and seek. ट्रांसपेरेंसी ना हो, हम ऐसा नहीं चाहते। हम लोग सब अच्छी बातें चाहते हैं। क्यों अच्छी बातें चाहते हैं? क्योंकि हम अच्छे हैं, और उस अच्छाई को एक्सप्रेस करना स्पिरिचुअलिटी है। इस संदर्भ में मैं ये कहूंगी कि बदलते हुए परिवेश में जब चैलेंजेस इतने अधिक हैं और उनको हमने अपॉर्चुनिटीज में बदलना है, उसके लिए ये स्पिरिचुअलिटी जो आपके अंदर है, जिससे आपके अंदर फियरलेसनेस आती है, निर्भयता आती है, अपनी बात को जो है जैसा है कह सकना। You know pretty well, if you see the letter W, there are 4 perspectives that a person can take. W can be read as 3, number 3. It can be read as E. It can be read as M. It can be read as W also. There are 4 different perspectives. But the perspective that you are choosing depends upon your inner values and your spiritual strength, I would say. Not spirituality. I'm saying spiritual strength. And spiritual strength means वह शक्ति, वो will जो आप एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हैं, जो बात को एक्सप्रेस करना चाहते हैं, उसके लिए आपके अंदर विल हो, उसके अंदर आपके लिए ताकत हो। ताकत पेन में है, लेकिन वो पेन ने क्या काम करना है, वो ताकत आपकी इनर स्ट्रेंथ, आपकी स्पिरिचुअलिटी से आती है। बैठे बैठे मैं सोच रही थी कि मीडिया के पास, आप सबके पास, हम आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस की बात कर रहे हैं. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस में इमोशंस हैं, फीलिंग्स हैं. उसको मोड़ देने वाला कौन? आखिर इंसान, मनुष्य है, व्यक्ति है. व्यक्ति जिसकी अपनी थिंकिंग है, जिसके अपना विजन है, जिसकी अपनी सोच, बिलीफ सिस्टम्स हैं. हमें उस स्तर पर थोड़ा कार्य करना और अपने आप को सशक्त बनाना होगा. अभी कुछ दिन पहले मैंने टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया में एक छोटी सी न्यूज़ रिपोर्ट पढ़ी और मैं वो शेयर करूंगी. हमारे जो पोप हैं, पोप ने मीडिया के 4 सिंस बताए. You remember? Has anyone read it? No? 4 sins that he spoke about. One was what he said, disinformation. Disinformation. Yeah. Second, defamation. Third, he said slander. And fourth, he said love of scandal. Love of scandal. now इन चारों के पीछे क्या चीज है? अगर इन 4 सिन से बचाना है तो क्या चीज है? आपकी स्पिरिचुअल स्ट्रेंथ है. उस चीज को बढ़ाना, उसके ऊपर थोड़ा कार्य करना, ताकि हम अपने देश को, मैं तो ये कहूंगी, देश को ऐसी दिशा दें. वी रिमेंबर ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस इट वाज द मीडिया जिसने सारे के सारे चीज को बदल दिया था. लोग पब्लिक ओपिनियन क्रिएट की थी, लोगों के अंदर एक जज्बा पैदा किया था. वो चीज आज भी जरूरी है. और अगर हम लोग इस ओर यूं ध्यान देते हैं तो नो, व्हाट अ पिटी पीपल टॉक अबाउट पर्सन्स लाइफ बट दे डोंट नो. एंड इट इज राइटली सेड. आप किसी व्यक्ति के लाइफ के बारे में कमेंट देंगे, उसकी लाइफ का पूरा पता नहीं है, आप कमेंट दे रहे हैं, आपके हाथ में है ना. Someone rightly said, don't comment on a person's life unless you have walked a mile in their shoes. But these things happen. These things happen. So somehow I feel that these things need to be given attention, and when this attention is there, it comes from our again spiritual upbringing. और लास्ट में एक चीज और कहना चाहूंगी, और वो है पब्लिक रिलेशंस के संबंध में. पब्लिक रिलेशंस में हमने क्या पाया? रिलेशनशिप्स अच्छी हों. It's a pity when sometimes I hear the kind of things that are happening in the society. I feel so sad, so sad. What has happened to humanity? मनुष्य को हो क्या क्या है? एक्सप्लॉयटेशन, सेल्फिशनेस, काम आ गए. प्यारे भाइयों, हमारे सामने भी बैठे हैं. मीडिया को पुण्य कर्म करने की सबसे ज्यादा फ्रीडम है. वो पुण्य कर्म क्या है? व्हाट इज पुण्य? मैं पुण्य ये नहीं कहूंगी दान देना, पानी पिलाना, भोजन खिलाना, मैं इसको पुण्य नहीं मानती. आज के जमाने में पुण्य है किसी हिम्मतहीन को हिम्मत देना. कोई निराश है उसको आशा की किरण देना. कोई उदास है उसको उमंग उत्साह देना. ये है पुण्य कर्म. और ये पुण्य कर्म करने की शक्ति मीडिया के पास सबसे ज्यादा है, सबसे ज्यादा है. यू कैन इंस्पायर. वो इंस्पिरेशन जो आपके तरफ से आती है, वो इंस्पिरेशन दूर तक काम करे. समाज बदल देगी, ये मैं आपको गारंटी से कहती हूँ। इसी तरीके से पब्लिक रिलेशंस में कई चीजें, 4 चीजें हैं अगर हम करें प्रॉपरली। कहाँ मेरे को होल्ड बैक करना है, कहाँ मुझे छोड़ करके करना, कहाँ अंकुश कहाँ निरंकुश, दोनों का ही बैलेंस कहाँ मुझे रखना है, ये मुझे प्रॉपरली पता है। दूसरी बात, लिसनिंग। इट्स a pity we do not want to listen. व्यक्ति के मुंह से बात खत्म नहीं होती, मैं समझ गई। क्या समझ गए? वो उस व्यक्ति को पूछेंगे आप, स्पष्ट नहीं। लिसनिंग। थर्ड थिंग इज कंसिडरिंग इट। कंसिडर, सोचिए, आपने लिसन किया, उसके बाद सोचिए, कंसिडर, आप उसको थोड़ा समय दीजिए, डाइजेस्ट कीजिए, और उसके बाद रिस्पॉन्ड। इनको मैं मानती हूं कि दे आर द स्किल्स ऑफ पब्लिक रिलेशनशिप। अगर आप इस तरीके के जो हमारा सब्जेक्ट चल रहा है उसमें 4 चीजें, नंबर 1 होल्ड बैक, लिसन, कंसिडर एंड रिस्पॉन्ड थॉटफुली। ये चीजें हैं जो रियल लिसनिंग, जो हमारे भाई बोल रहे थे, गुड कम्युनिकेशन में जो बेडरॉक है वो है लिसनिंग। इन सब चीज़ों के लिए मैं आप सबसे कहूँगी, हमारी दादी जी कहा करती थी, हमारी चीफ दादी प्रकाश मणि जी कहा करती थी, थोड़ा समय अपने आप को भी दो। अपने आप को समय देना अर्थात लविंग योरसेल्फ। We want values. Love is to give. Love means to sacrifice. ठीक है? Love yourself means to progress. So you have to love yourself. Love yourself, और उसके लिए थोड़ा टाइम दीजिए। 5 मिनट। मेरे सामने दिव्या बैठी है। आज सवेरे दिव्या से बात हो रही थी, तो दिव्या ने क्या बोला, किस चीज ने मुझे अट्रैक्ट किया है? What we call in this organization traffic control of thoughts. Right, Divya? Traffic control of thoughts, which means there are thousands and thousands of thoughts going on in your mind. And mind you, we are not aware of all of them. They don't get registered. सारे दिन में पूछिए आपके कितने थॉट्स थे। आजकल बोलते हैं 60। 20 years बैक में 35 बोला करती थी, आजकल 60 बोलते हैं। 60,000 थॉट्स। अच्छा, 60,000 थॉट्स आपके माइंड में रजिस्टर कितने होते हैं? मैं सवेरे से लेकर अब तक पूछूं, आपके माइंड में सबसे ज्यादा थॉट्स कौन से थे और कौन सा विशेष था? आपको सोचना पड़ेगा। तो ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल में व्हाट वी डू इज वी ओपन द स्क्रीन ऑफ अ माइंड, apply SOS method, which means stand back, observe and steer, which means open the screen of your mind, look at it, observe it, what's going on, and then give it a direction the way you want them to go. ये थोड़ा सा करने से my experiences, intuition starts working. Intuition, it is not that some blessed people are intuitive. No, all of us are intuitive. But we don't give intuition a chance by remaining silent. Just little silence and this intuition works. So with these words, I would again thank you, welcome you, and also extend very warm invitation to you to come to Mount Abu, to come here and next time have still bigger conclave. Still bigger one. And I'm sure it will come from your side. Okay? Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Didi, for sharing your wisdom with us. So you see, when you're spiritually inclined, you can catch any topic and really connect us back to the core. So thank you, Didi, for giving us those guiding principles on what to, in terms of whether it is public relations or media. और अब हम आगे बढ़ते हैं, and we have a very dear brother Dr. Shantanu Bhaiji, who is the national coordinator of the media wing of the Brahma Kumaris, and he's come all the way from Mount Abu. I'll give a brief introduction about our dear brother. He is dedicated himself completely to the service of humanity. He's serving at the Brahma Kumaris headquarters. Since he was at the age of 21, he is completely dedicated for the service of humanity at such a young age. He is presently at the serving as the national coordinator and the core committee member of the media wing, and also the editor of the mediawing.org and the Media Wing YouTube channel. He is also served as a media trainer on the value-based journalism for the last 30 years and has been the instrument to organize many such conclaves, seminars across the nation. He practices Raj Yoga, also teaches Raj Yoga, and he's also a motivational speaker. He was recently awarded an honorary doctorate for his special contribution towards promoting Hindi language and for achievements in the field of art and education. तो हम इनका जोरदार तालियों के साथ स्वागत करते हैं.
ओम शांति. मंच पर आसीन हमारे मीडिया जगत के देदीप्यमान सितारे, मीडिया गुरुस, पीआरओ गुरुस और हमारे सभा में भारतवर्ष के कोने कोने से आए मीडिया फ्रेंड्स, भाइयों और बहनों, आज हमारे लिए खुशी का दिन है कि एक नया टॉपिक जो हम लोग जिस पर अभी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, जिसको कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता कहते हैं हिंदी में, कुछ हमारे हिंदी के पत्रकार भी बैठे हैं, लेकिन ये जो टॉपिक है बहुत एडवांस है, टेक्नोलॉजी है, जिसमें श्रीनिवासन जी सर ने एक किताब का भी विमोचन करवाया अभी. वो किताब हम पढ़े, 120 पेजेस के जो इन्होंने लिखा है, और उसके बारे में पूरा टोटल आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस से लेकर के हमारे जो आध्यात्मिक कोशेंट के बारे में भी वर्णन है, जिसको स्पिरिचुअल इंटेलिजेंस भी कहते हैं. और वो बहुत अच्छा किताब है, हमने पढ़ा उसको, बहुत मुझे अच्छा लगा. आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आप हमारे ओम शांति रिट्रीट सेंटर के सभागार में मीडिया के नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में आपने इतना अच्छा कार्यक्रम पेश किया. हम सब जानते हैं कि मनुष्य जो भी इन्वेंशन, साइंटिफिक इन्वेंशन कर रहा है, वो सोच रहा है कि एक मशीन मानव, रोबोट मानव बन करके इंसान जैसे बर्ताव करे, इंसान जैसे कोई भी उनके अंदर भी इंटेलेक्चुअल ऐसे हो कि कोई भी समस्या का समाधान कर सके, एक्सप्रेस कर सके, सब यही चाहते हैं. लेकिन बनाया किसने? आशा दीदी जी ने क्या कहा, बनाया किसने? इंसान ने. उसको जो भी बनाना चाहता है कि हम कम समय में तीव्र गति से, तेजी से, बिना थकावट के, बिना किसी प्रकार के व्यवधान के और कम समय में कोई भी कार्य को कर सके. जितने टेक्नोलॉजी आया है, चाहे कम्युनिकेशन क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे स्पेस साइंस के क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे हमारे डिफेंस क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे हमारे साइंटिफिक इन्वेंशन के ऊपर हो, या हमारे एग्रीकल्चर क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे हमारा साइकोलॉजी सोशल साइंस क्षेत्र में हो, चाहे एजुकेशन के क्षेत्र में, सब में, चाहे मैथमेटिक्स के क्षेत्र में हो, सब में आर्टिफिशियली इंटेलिजेंस का जो 1950 से शुरू हुई थी और 1980 दशक के बाद ये ज़्यादा फैलता फूलता रहा, कंप्यूटर साइंस के हिसाब से आगे बढ़ता रहा। लेकिन उसमें एक पहलू है कि इसमें बहुत सारे ड्रॉबैक्स हैं जिसके बारे में भी उन्होंने सुनाया। चाहे हमारे स्पेस साइंस के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, लेकिन जो एटॉमिक वार है, जो मिसाइल से हमारे पास स्टोर है, उसका गलत इस्तेमाल हो सकता है। मशीन कभी भी फेल हो सकता है और उसको ठीक करना सहज भी नहीं है। मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ। कुछ ये पिछले साल हमारे ये जो गूगल का जो सर्वर है वो डाउन हो गया कंपनी के सर्वर डाउन हो गया। तो उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ कि सारा बंद हो गया पूरा सिस्टम। तो इसीलिए पूरा फेल हो जाता है पूरा टेक्नोलॉजी। तो इसको ठीक करने के लिए बहुत समय भी लगता है और सॉफ्टवेयर की भी जरूरत पड़ती है। इसीलिए ये बहुत प्रॉब्लम होता है। इंसान आखिर इसको ही मिसयूज भी वो हो सकता है। कोई भी टेक्नोलॉजी कभी भी सक्सेस नहीं गया है, लेकिन इसमें संवेदनाओं की भी कमी होती है, सेंसिटिविटीनेस की कमी होती है, तो इसीलिए डिपेंडेबिलिटी भी बढ़ती है। तो इसी कारण से इसका उपयोग देश के अगर विकास के लिए हम करते हैं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का, और सुरक्षा के लिए करते हैं, एनवायरमेंटल पॉल्यूशन को रोकने के लिए करते हैं, एजुकेशन साइंटिफिक रिसर्च के लिए करते हैं, मेडिकल स्वास्थ्य क्षेत्र के लिए भी करते हैं, गरीबी उन्मूलन बीमारी उन्मूलन के लिए करते हैं, और मानव कल्याण के लिए अगर पूरी तरह करते हैं तो उसके लिए हमारे देश में जैसे बढ़ रहा है दिन प्रतिदिन, उसके लिए सारे विश्व का कल्याण हो सकता है। लेकिन इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम है कि डाटा सिक्योरिटी ब्रीच। उसमें क्या डाटा सिक्योरिटी, क्योंकि वो जो एल्गोरिदम जो हम बोलते हैं जिसमें सारा फार्मूला पेश होता है और हजारों लाखों की संख्या में डाटा को उसमें भर्ती किया जाता है, वो डाटा को सेल कर दिया जाता है बड़े बड़े कॉरपोरेट कंपनी, तो सबके प्राइवेसी खत्म हो जाता है। तो इसीलिए इसमें कुछ भी हो सकता है टेक्नोलॉजी के हिसाब से। इसीलिए इसमें एक पॉइंट जो हम लोग लास्ट पॉइंट जो इसमें लिखा है कि स्पिरिचुअल क्वोशेंट फॉर प्रोफेशनल बेनिफिट। स्पिरिचुअल क्वोशेंट मतलब आध्यात्मिक बुद्धिमत्ता या आध्यात्मिक जो क्षमता, तो उसकी आवश्यकता है, जो यहाँ पर ब्रह्मा कुमारी लार्जेस्ट स्पिरिचुअल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लेड बाय वुमेन इन द वर्ल्ड। प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा बाबा ने 1937 में जब इसकी स्थापना की तो सबसे पहले ओम मंडली की स्थापना की। 8 बहनों को लेकर के ओम मंडली की स्थापना की, सब कुछ उनको सौंप दिया और वही ट्रस्टी बन बाबा ब्रह्मा बाबा खुद बहनों को सब कुछ सौंप करके खुद बैकबोन बन करके उनको प्रेरणा देते रहे। तो इसीलिए ये जो आध्यात्मिक क्वोशेंट है इसकी बहुत जरूरत है। सबसे पहले जो आध्यात्मिक क्वोशेंट की बात आए, आप अगर गूगल सर्च करें राजयोगी ब्रह्मा कुमारी इसके ब्राजील में जो साओ पाउलो है, वो एक ऑस्ट्रेलियन ऑथर है केनो डोनेल, वो राजयोगी है, ब्रह्मा कुमारी हमारे साउथ अमेरिका के सेंटर्स के डायरेक्टर अभी भी है। उन्होंने 1997 में पहले था इंटेलेक्ट IQ, फिर EQ आया इमोशनल क्वोशेंट, लेकिन इमोशनल क्वोशेंट सफिशिएंट नहीं है, वो इंटरपर्सनल है। तो उन्होंने निकाला कि स्पिरिचुअल क्वोशेंट के उद्भावन जो भी इन्वेंशन किया उन्होंने ही इसकी स्थापना की। जब सोशल क्वोशेंट की बात चल रही थी तो उस समय उन्होंने आध्यात्मिक बुद्धिमत्ता की बात की। तो उनके जो किताब है वो है राजयोगी ब्रह्मा कुमार केनो डोनेल जी का इंडो इक्वालिटी द इमोशनल एंड स्पिरिचुअल डायमेंशंस ऑफ द ह्यूमन बीइंग इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस। तो उन्होंने इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ स्पिरिचुअल क्वोशेंट विथ IQ एंड EQ के बारे में बताया। जनरली हम मानते हैं कि SQ इज इक्वल टू EQ प्लस IQ, लेकिन उन्होंने ये किया कि इसकी इंटीग्रेशन की जरूरत है, क्योंकि एसक्यू इज द सेंट्रल एंड मोस्ट फंडामेंटल ऑफ ऑल इंटेलिजेंसीज, बिकॉज इट बिकम्स द सोर्स ऑफ गाइडेंस ऑफ अदर्स। तो इसीलिए, क्योंकि एसक्यू में सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, जैसे आध्यात्मिकता हमको आगे बढ़ाता है, सेल्फ अवेयरनेस, मोटिवेशन, कंपैशन, टॉलरेंस, बीइंग विजन एंड वैल्यू लेड, जिसमें वर्च्यूज टू सी वर्च्यू इन अदर्स, स्टेबल इन अपसेटिंग सिचुएशंस, रेस्पेक्ट डिग्निटी ऑफ सेल्फ एंड अदर्स, पॉजिटिविटीनेस, सेंस ऑफ बिलोंगिंग, लव, अफेक्शन, फेलो फीलिंग्स आदि आदि जो आते हैं, वो बहुत समाज को जरूरत है। हमारे समाज में जो भी विघटन हो रहा है उसका मूल कारण है हमारे स्पिरिचुअलिटी की कमी, आध्यात्मिकता की कमी। तो उससे हमारा देश आगे बढ़ेगा। मैं आप सबको इस कार्यक्रम में, जो भी हमारे स्टेज में बैठे हैं, क्योंकि मुझे धन्यवाद के लिए भी कहा गया है, आप सबको धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं और ये आशा रखता हूं कि जो हमारा प्रोफेशन है वो आगे बढ़े स्पिरिचुअलिटी के द्वारा। और हमारे सभा में हमारे जो गेस्ट बैठे हैं उन सबको, खास करके हमारे एम्बेसडर भ्राता राजशेखर जी को आप धन्यवाद देना चाहते हैं। वो राजयोगा का प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं और उनको मुझे अच्छा लगा कि वो पहले कई बार राजयोगा का प्रैक्टिस कर चुके हैं। ब्रिजमोहन भाई जी का नाम लिया उन्होंने, और हम आपको तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देते हैं। सभी ताली बजा करके राजशेखर भाई जी का धन्यवाद करेंगे। हमारे पीआरओ पब्लिक रिलेशंस काउंसिल ऑफ इंडिया भ्राता एमबी जयराम, जो हमेशा माउंट आबू के कोई भी कार्यक्रम में आते हैं, ही इज द फ्रेंड ऑफ ब्रह्मा कुमारीज। हमेशा इतने प्यार, इतने स्नेह हमें कभी नहीं मिला। रियल पब्लिक रिलेशंस एजेंट हम उनको, जो बेंगलुरु से खास दिल्ली में 2 दिवसीय कार्यक्रम के लिए, उनका एक श्री फोर्ट ऑडिटोरियम में 2 दिवसीय कार्यक्रम था। बहुत सारे भाई बहन आए थे, लेकिन वो सौभाग्यवशाली है जो सामने बैठे हैं, जो इस कार्यक्रम में आए हैं। 25 भाई बहन वहां से आए हैं। आप सबको भी धन्यवाद हम देंगे। जयराम भाई जी के साथ साथ हमारे बीच में डॉक्टर ध्रुव ज्योतिपति, वो भी डीन एंड डायरेक्टर न्यू दिल्ली से हैं, इन मीडिया इंस्टीट्यूट के। वो भी हमारे माउंट आबू में कार्यक्रम भाग ले चुके हैं। आप मीडिया एजुकेटर हैं, आपको भी तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देते हैं। हमारे की नोट स्पीकर प्राइम पॉइंट श्रीनिवासन जी का नाम प्राइम पॉइंट उन्होंने, उनका संस्था का नाम भी प्राइम पॉइंट है, तो प्राइम पॉइंट नाम से वो फेमस है काफ़ी। आप मैनेजिंग एडिटर प्री सेंस मैगजीन चेन्नई, आपने बहुत अच्छा किताबी लॉन्च किया। साथ में हम प्रिया बहन जी खड़े हो जाइए, प्रियदर्शिनी बहन, आप इसके एग्जीक्यूटिव एडिटर हैं और आप दोनों ने मिलकर के इतना बढ़िया आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस पर किताब बनाया। बहन जी हमारे नेक्स्ट सेशन में स्पीकर हैं। आप सीनियर एडवोकेट सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी हैं, साथ में मीडिया के भी हैं, तो इसीलिए आप दोनों को खास हम धन्यवाद देते हैं। हमारे बीच में एस नरेंद्र जी हैं, जो फॉर्मर मीडिया एडवाइजर और पीआईबी के भी हेड रह चुके हैं और कई प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ भी रह चुके हैं। आपको भी धन्यवाद देते हैं। आपका नाम तो मैंने बहुत सुना है, माउंट आबू आने के लिए भी निमंत्रण गया है। और हमारे बीच में आशा दीदी तो हम सबके प्रेरणा के स्रोत हैं। आपको आपके प्रेरणा से, और हमारे करुणा भाई जी माउंट आबू बीमार होने के कारण आ नहीं पाए, उनके शुभकामना हमारे साथ हैं। आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत हम धन्यवाद देते हैं। हमारे बीच में हुसैन बहन जी, जो इन्होंने कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत अच्छा किया, और साथ में हमारे ख्याति बहन जी जिन्होंने वेलकम किया, और हमारे सुनैना बहन जी जिन्होंने राजयोग का अभ्यास कराया। आप सभी को बहुत बहुत तहे दिल से माउंट आबू के मीडिया विंग के तरफ से तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देते हैं। और आपको माउंट आबू आने के लिए निमंत्रण भी देते हैं, क्योंकि माउंट आबू में आप बार बार आते रहिए। साल में 2 बार कॉन्फ्रेंस होता है, एक सितंबर में, दूसरा मई मास में, तो आप जरूर आइएगा। और उसमें तो काफ़ी बड़े गैदरिंग होता है, करीब 1,500 मीडिया वाले आते हैं सितंबर मास में, और 500 मीडिया वाले आते हैं ज्ञान सरोवर माउंट आबू में। उसमें आपको फैमिली के साथ आना है अगले बारी। थैंक यू। ओम शांति। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू शांतनु भाई जी, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आप सब ने आपने सबको निमंत्रण दिया, और अब वी आर moving towards the closure of the inauguration session, and I would request sisters to present the godly gifts to our esteemed guests। और हमारे साथ जो भी आप सभी आए हैं participants, उनको भी इस ईश्वरीय घर से ईश्वरीय सौगात और प्रसाद प्राप्त होगा। तो आप सभी अभी हॉल में ही रुकेंगे। And for your information, we will have 2 more sessions। पहला हमारा सेशन होगा, you'll go for lunch, and after that the first session is at, so the godly gift with the symbol of the Supreme Soul is been given to the ambassador, a box of prasad and a book and thoughts. So each of our guests will get this gift and we can all clap. So the next session will be at 3 in the same hall, 3 to 4:30, and the plenary 2 session is at 5 to 6:30। हम आपसे अनुरोध करेंगे कि आप कृपया यहीं रहें, और उसके बाद बहुत सुंदर नेपाली कल्चरल डांस परफॉर्मेंस होगा एट द मेन हॉल। आप सबका लंच है हॉल नंबर 1, डाइनिंग हॉल नंबर 1 में आपका लंच है, और जो स्पीकर्स हैं या जो स्टेज पर गेस्ट्स हैं, आपका हॉल है डाइनिंग हॉल नंबर 8। सो आशा दीदी इज प्रेजेंटिंग दिस लिटिल मेमेंटो, token of appreciation and our spiritual love. The participants may please be here because you will be given the gift and the prasad shortly. Some sabhi the gifts to everyone. So आदरणीय दीदी जी से सभी प्रसाद और गिफ्ट्स लेंगे। उससे पहले हम 1 मिनट साइलेंस में बैठते हैं। I would just request all of you to sit in silence again, and then we will close it by giving off the gifts. So just for a minute of silence, 1 मिनट हम साइलेंस में बैठते हैं, और उसके बाद हम गिफ्ट्स और टोली लेते हुए, प्रसाद लेते हुए यहाँ से जाएंगे। तो हम 1 मिनट साइलेंस में बैठते हैं, और अभी तक जो कुछ हमने सुना है, जो बातें हमें टच करी हैं पर्सनल लेवल पर, उनको हम याद करेंगे, परमात्मा को भी थैंक्स करेंगे जस्ट इन साइलेंस। और जैसे दीदी ने कहा, लेट अस डू द ट्रैफिक कंट्रोल ऑफ थॉट। अपने मन की स्क्रीन को देखें, और उसमें जो उपयुक्त विचार हैं केवल उनको हम अपने सामने लेकर आएंगे।
सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है, सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है, अब नई संस्कृति लाना है, अब नई संस्कृति लाना है, सद्भावना अपना कर दिल में सबको सुखी बनाना है, सबको सुखी बनाना है।